New at 6, Iowa Senior Senator Chuck Grassley was back in the Hawkeye State this afternoon, talking with the community leaders and about their needs there. And this week alone, he's had almost a dozen meetings all over Iowa. WGEM's Dylan Smith was in Lee County today. So, Dylan, what were the main topics of discussion?
Well, Daniel, really anything and everything from immigration to funding for school lunches, all the way to passing a 5-year farm bill. Fort Madison Mayor Matt Morfeld asked the senator if immigration can help fill job vacancies in Lee County. Going back about 50 years, Lee County's population has decreased by more than 10,000 residents. Senator Grassley said immigration should be embraced, but he does not back President Biden.
It's impossible to get any comprehensive legislation through as long as you have a president that's not enforcing the law and believes in an open border.
Lee County economic development officials confirmed that migrant workers are being utilized in southeast Iowa. And coming up on WGEM News at 10, several Iowa delegates are preparing to travel to Washington, D.C. on Monday to further discuss their community needs and to find out what exactly they're asking for. Daniel?
All right, thank you, Dylan. And Grassley has been to more than 30 counties in Iowa so far this year.